Hello! We are here again. So, tell me, how are you guys? We are in our weekly live, and today is going to be in English. Friday, it's English. Tomorrow, I'll have my live in Portuguese with a guest from Brazil that lives in Portugal. But today I'm going to speak to you in English, especially to my clients and friends in Egypt. So where are you now? I'm going to send you... So what are we going to talk today? I'm going to talk a little bit about the cross contamination. Someone asked me to talk about that. And I'm going to answer any questions you have. So please just write down your answers and I will try to answer as much as I know or can. Okay, guys? Can I just ask you a minute to send this to your friends? And I'm just going to wait a little bit so that some more people join us. I don't know. I'm going to think if I'm going to keep on doing these lives in English, because I have so many people watching the lives in Portuguese and the ones in English, well, not that many. I don't know if it's the time, the day, but you guys chose this day and the timing. So, I don't know. Do I have to change it? What do you think? Let me know. Write down on the comments, please. Because I would like to keep on doing these lives, guys, because where do you have this free information in Egypt? Tell me. Well, I don't know. Tell me if you have any other place that you can have free information about all these things. So I'm just going to wait a little bit until someone else joins me. Everyone is, oh my god, yeah. Good morning. Pois é, Pedro, olha, hoje à sexta eu faço a live para os meus clientes no Egito, mas parece que hoje ainda está tudo a dormir. Aqui é boa tarde. Lá ainda é uma hora mais tarde. Portanto, lá são 3h30, mas olha, não está ninguém a aparecer, por isso, olha, não sei. Eu acho que o pessoal já começou o Ramadão, estão a dormir ainda. É, mais barato. Olha, vou falar de contaminação cruzada, falar um bocadito. Hi, Omar. We are live to talk about whatever you want me to. I want to talk about cross contamination. Someone asked me to talk about it, about this. And if you have any questions, please just write them down and I'll answer. Okay, so I'm just doing something at the same time here because my computer is breaking down and I don't want to. So guys, cross contamination. A lot of you maybe don't know what this is, or for the first time you're hearing about this because of this virus that is going on in the world. But everywhere, since ever, we had cross contamination. So cross, it means from one place to another, yes, and contamination, it means you end up contaminating one thing by touching the others, or not washing your hands properly or whatever. That's the main danger of this virus spreading, because people don't wash their hands properly. How can you avoid cross-contamination, and why is that so important in the piercing procedure? Because imagine one thing. When we do a piercing, when we do a piercing, we create a wound on the skin, and the skin is the first layer of protection of our body. So whenever that first layer is open, our body tries to close it as fast as possible, so virus and bacteria don't get inside our body, and we get a disease or really ill. So when we use the needle to create a wound, a hole, we expose our internal tissues. Okay. If I have something that puts bacteria on that wound, I'm already putting dangerous things, bodies on that wound, and they go inside our body. Okay, so the cross contamination, it's very dangerous, because if you transmit, imagine if you touch someone that has, I don't know, tell me one disease. Well, I'm not going to talk about this virus, but we could. But if someone has hepatitis, okay, if I touch that person's blood and I don't clean my hands or my tools properly, and by cleaning I don't mean just washing your hands or the tools, because to kill, there are several different kinds of bacteria and virus. Okay, some are stronger than others. Yes, we are now dealing with this virus that is a very strong virus. Okay, so when we have these very strong virus, we can only kill them with sterilization. And guys, this is very important. Alcohol or any other chemical product, well, there are some chemical products that are used for a kind of sterilization, okay, but not the kind we need to use inside a piercing or tattoo studio. So if you have that virus and you have tools that got in touch with contaminated blood or body fluids, the only way you can kill those virus or bacteria, it's with the sterilization. And you have to use an autoclave. It's a machine that goes into a certain pressure and a certain temperature and during a certain time, and will actually kill as many strange bodies as possible. Okay, so if a tool doesn't go into that machine, it's not sterile. Okay, maybe it's disinfected or just cleaned, but it's not sterile. So that means if I touch someone's blood or someone's body fluids that is contaminated and I don't sterilize my tools properly, I will contaminate the person after, and the other one after, and the other one after, and so on. Okay, so imagine when you go to a piercing studio, you don't go there to get anything else besides the piercing. Yes, so you don't want to go there and go home with a serious disease. So you have to be very careful with the place that you go to, and you have to make sure that the person uses sterile tools. There are a lot of tools that don't need to be sterilized because they are disposable, one use and you throw them away. Those are the best ones. Of course, they are a little bit more expensive, yes, but it's safer. If you don't have an autoclave, guys, you cannot be a piercer. That's the first thing you have to buy. So if you go into a studio, make sure that you ask how things are sterilized. Okay, like the clamps, if they are metal ones, they are surgical steel, they need to be sterilized. The receptor, like that little tube that the piercers use, like to receive the needle inside your nose or your ear, yeah, they are metal, they need to be sterilized. If they are disposable, one use, make sure you watch your piercer throwing that away into the garbage, okay? Yes, because if that gets in contact with another person or the piercer itself, you can get contaminated, okay? What's happening with this virus is the same. We touch a surface, or imagine someone is contaminated. That person sneezes. And of course, a lot of people uses their hands to cough or to sneeze, like, yeah? And then that person doesn't wash the hands properly right away. So the virus is here, and I don't shake hands or whatever, but I touch, imagine the elevator button. I touch the button and I leave the virus there. The person after me touches the button, gets the virus, and then guys, we touch our face around around 3,000 times a day without noticing. I think it's around 3,000 times a day without noticing. So you touch the button, it's contaminated, you have the virus here, you get home, you wash your hands, and everything is okay. But imagine that you're not paying attention, you don't realize you touched the button, then you're talking with your friend or your husband or whatever, and you touch your face or you touch your eyes or something, or even you get the keys to go inside your place, you got the virus there, then you place the keys, your husband grabs the keys, he gets the virus. So this is the cross contamination, and we have to be very careful with everything in our life, especially now with this virus. But what I'm talking about today is about the cross contamination inside a studio, okay? A piercing studio or a tattoo studio. You have to be very careful and make sure, for clients, if you're a client, make sure everything is sterilized, okay? Ask your piercer. You don't have to be afraid, you don't have to be shy. They have to do it, okay? If they don't do it, please, it's an advice, don't do it. Don't go, maybe I'm lucky. Guys, it's your health. You cannot trust luck. You have to be sure you don't get any serious disease inside a studio, okay? If you're a professional, please do things properly. It's your client's health that you're dealing with, and it's your responsibility to have everything sterilized so you don't cross-contaminate anyone, including yourself. Okay? And we're not talking only about serious diseases. We're talking about all kinds of diseases. Okay? So, if you have any question, I will answer. I think we are clear now with the cross-contamination. Remember, alcohol doesn't sterilize. Any other products, they don't sterilize. They can clean or they can disinfect. The only way to sterilize is by using an autoclave. Okay, it's a machine that the things go inside a paper bag, a specific paper bag, and they stay there for an entire cycle that takes several minutes, and it goes into a kind of pressure, a certain pressure and a certain temperature. That's the only way to kill all the living bacteria and virus, all of them. Some just die with the alcohol, some die with some kind of disinfecting products, but the most serious ones only die with sterilization inside an autoclave. Okay? If you're starting now to be a piercer, first thing you have to invest is in an autoclave. Okay? Buy an autoclave, then you can start being a piercer. Okay, guys? Any question? No? Okay. I will come back next week and I have a guest. It's Fatma. And Fatma is a piercer, an Egyptian girl that went outside Egypt to work in a very, very known place that you will hear about, and she's going to tell us about her experience in Dubai. So can you guess where was she working before? She decided to come back to Egypt and start her own business. So we're going to talk about it also, and we're going to have a few surprises during our live. Okay, so I hope to see you next week. It's going to be on Friday, yes, but it's going to be a little bit later. It's going to be at 5 p.m. Egypt time, okay? Guys, if you have any question, please just text me and I'll answer the best I can. See you!